This evening sees the expanding of the Foreign Press Scholarship Awards with the introduction of a $10,000 award for op-ed in visual multimedia. The same question being posed to applicants for visual multimedia as written. This new category of award was made possible by the generous support of Bayer, and so our final award this evening is the Bayer Foreign Press Association Award in Visual Multimedia, and it is awarded to Shachar. The multimedia op-ed is a changing voice of journalism and is emerging as the leading form of reporting today. Shachar is a multimedia journalist from Israel, covering culture, technology, and politics, recent graduate of Columbia University School of Journalism MA program for professional journalists. During her time in New York, she has reported for Metropolis, Time Out, and continued working for Israel-based I-24 News. I would now like Dean Sotomayor to return to us and introduce Shachar and her spirited op-ed.
The Master of Arts in Arts and Culture program at Columbia has had students who came to learn a very great range of topics under this broad genre: architecture, music, dance, theater, photography, literature, urban planning, food, and many more topics. Shachar, who came to Columbia Journalism School as a television news journalist in Tel Aviv, had just as broad a range of experiences, from the coverage of Pope Francis' visit to Israel, profile of an Iranian filmmaker, interviews with world leaders, daily breaking news, and hosting special broadcasts when events warranted them. Following her stint in the Israeli military, she turned intensely to her education, and as a student began hitting her stride as a journalist, writing investigative pieces about the environment, education, public affairs, culture, and eventually joining Israel's Meet the Press program following graduation. Actually, Shachar's affinity for the arts dates back to her childhood, when she told us she envisioned a career as a Broadway performer. In recent years as a journalist, she has closely examined issues like the role of women in cinema, how art can bridge differences between people with very different cultures, and the importance of theater for Arab children. In her time at Columbia, she continued to look at how culture and social issues are closely interwoven, with a master's thesis that looked at how the nation's homeless population uses technology like mobile phones to build community among themselves using social media and other platforms.
Gradually begin to follow the US election process. As the initial shockwaves of Trump's rise will fade, the tiny state will attentively look forward to see what comes next for her big Western ally, witnessing it make history one way or another.
Sha'ir, will you join us?
Two smiles. One more.
He gets in all the shots.
It's okay. He's allowed. And one more. Thank you.
This was made in February, and it's still kind of relevant. Israel was mentioned a few times in the debates, but other than that, and you should be thankful I didn't go ahead with Broadway, because I sing terribly. I'm honored and delighted to be the first winner of the Foreign Press Association Award in the multimedia category. The fact that there is a multimedia category now is a distinctive sign of where journalism is headed and the importance of merging platforms to tell a whole, more complete story. As a reporter covering culture, technology, politics, and society, I've learned the importance of amplifying unheard voices and highlighting those who are usually far away from the spotlight. Homeless mothers, detained refugees, women in traditional societies who wish to work or become elected politicians but are unable to do so, even in democratic countries sometimes. After focusing my reporting in the Middle East and my home country of Israel for the past 7 years, I'm grateful to the Columbia Journalism School, which has opened the door for me to a new media landscape. With coursework in data journalism and workshops in its Media Innovation Center, the school is growing and progressing in its media to the new realms of journalism and passing on this skill to its students. It is also a very international school with graduates from dozens of countries. Knowing I now have colleagues I can call dear friends in Brazil, Colombia, Australia, and Ghana really places me in an incredible position in a globalized world. Just a glimpse at the Panama Papers investigation provides a mesmerizing example of what truly global collaborations can achieve. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the Foreign Press Association, first and foremost for allowing me to join the Donald Trump train. For the past several weeks and months, it has become impossible to avoid funny videos and analytical essays, investigations, and hundreds of memes, inviting us to provide insight into the role media plays in the American election and how this is reflected in our home countries was a great opportunity to explore the seriousness and silliness of what is currently taking place, and how awareness to the process should inform everyone regardless their nationality. What happens at the end of this year in the United States will be historic either way, and it is important to examine how it is already affecting both America and the world. On a final note, an issue close to my heart. According to the latest report of the Women's Media Center, in 2015, men still dominated the media. Women are 51% of the population, but hardly equal partners in telling the story, the report states, showing just a 1.3% overall increase in female bylines and other credits from the previous year. I wish for myself and my fellow journalists, both male and female, to be witnesses and also part of the shift to real equality when both quantity and acknowledgement will prevail. This award will... And I think this award will allow me to be in the newsroom when it happens and continue to shed light on stories at the intersection of society, technology, and politics, how they all impact each other and our lives.